Good morning. Today is July 1st, 2022. It's a Friday. It's been 5 days since I've been diagnosed with colorectal cancer. Today is my 10th year anniversary with the love of my life, my husband, Eric Gonzalez. And I just left to get blood work done. My goal is to record my journey so that when I survive, if I survive, myself and others can benefit and understand what it's like to go through this and beat it. Thank you. My rock here with me while I have to be on July 8th, 2022 for a CT scan and drink these. Thank you, dear. June 12th, 2022, 8 a.m. I am in a student council meeting for Boston University. I have colon cancer, but I'm not letting it stop me. Today's July 29th. It's 1 month and 2 days after my diagnosis, and I'm getting my port put in for my chemotherapy. And my son Andrew's with me. Hey dear, here I am, and I am waiting. I'm in a stretcher. That's the Niño Lindo. And I'm waiting for them to take me to the place I can put anesthesia and then do the procedure. The procedure itself is like 20 minutes. But, they have to put me on anesthesia, do it, then I have to be recovery for another 30 minutes. So hopefully, when I'm done here, when I get in, Andrew's going to go and try to get a haircut and then come back and get me. All right, love you. Today is August 2nd, 2022, and it's my first chemotherapy treatment day. Today I will receive Aloxatin, Camtostar, Welcoverin, and Fluorosil. There will be 7 rounds administered every 2 weeks. I will then have a break, and then we'll do radiation before surgery. This is the first day of the demise of this rectal cancerous tumor. I named it Matilda. Matilda will be very history very soon. Wish me luck. First day of chemo, I'm at the facility. They brought me a tuna salad and they brought a ham and cheese for my son. He doesn't want it though. There's Andy Pandy, and I'm very comfortable. And we're ready to slay Matilda. So I am officially on chemo. This is the port. And here is the chemo, the first one that they're putting along with dextrose. And they're going to be putting several others on there after that. So it's a multi-hour process, but I'm grateful. Okay, so 1 down, 6 to go. And I get a fanny pack for 2 more days of pumping action. Today is Wednesday, August 3rd. and I had to sleep in the couch. I had the port on, and I was very nauseous, very nauseous, very nauseous. So I was in bed, I was very nauseous, so I came to the living room with a recliner. And I spent most of the hours in the toilet and vomiting and nausea and just felt horrible, horrible, horrible. At one point, I couldn't breathe. Well, I could breathe, but I had very low, shortness of breath. It was probably because my body was so tired and I was so nauseous. So I called a number for Memorial 24/7. That supposedly there's somebody on call at all times. They told me that we're going to contact the doctors, and if in 20 minutes that somebody hadn't called me, that they would call me to call back. 20 minutes came and nobody called, so I called again. I was asking to please, if I could turn off the machine. At that point I had 40 hours left, and I just couldn't do it. I had been on it since like 2 p.m., 1:30, 2 p.m. the night before, until it was going to be almost 11 p.m. And my body couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take so many hours of this. So we called again, and they're going, a doctor is connecting you to a doctor right now. And the doctor was like, we do not want to recommend that you take off the pump. If you can't breathe, you go to the emergency room. Just try to take alternate nausea medication, which I had already been doing. So he really wasn't helpful. I asked my husband to message my doctor, but I'm not sure if he messaged my doctor who's on vacation, or if he messaged Danielle, who is her assistant doctor. So I just went ahead and I went into the machine and I turned it off. At first, I was still nauseous, but little by little, with 39 hours left of chemo, I was finally better. I was able to sleep. Right now it's around 4:30 a.m. I slept for like 3 hours. I went into my chart and I sent a message to my doctor, the assistant, and told her that everything I just mentioned now, and that I wanted to go in today to take off the port. I will be more than happy. Well, not more than happy, but I understand I will go to treatment on 16th. I understand that I will go to treatment on the 30th and every 2 weeks after that for X amount of hours in the office. But at this port thing of taking it home, I can't take more than 5 hours. My body can't handle it. So just wanted to share my experience so far. Thank you. By the way, my mother and my husband were with me. They were putting alcohol and water and bringing everything they could. They helped me call the doctor. They were up the whole time with me as well. And I'm so grateful because they saw me at the worst point of my life. And I'll never forget that. Hello, today is August 4th, Thursday. And Tuesday was my first chemo session. And that night was really, really rough. Yesterday, I went to the doctor. And they gave me IV fluids. And they gave me more medication for nausea. Today, I've been fatigued. I've been much better. But I'm having nausea again. I had slight diarrhea earlier. But this is, I guess, the third day of my first round of chemo. And, it really does make you weak, tired. But, I'm glad that I'm alive and that I'm fighting the fight. So today is August 5th, Friday. It's around 11:30 at night. Around 1 p.m. today, I was in my living room and I stood up and I walked towards the kitchen and suddenly felt like I was going to faint. I lost consciousness. I was able to warn my husband before I fell, and he was able to break my fall. My son, my mom, and my husband were there trying to wake me up. It wasn't an immediate thing. They called 911. I woke up as they were calling 911, and I was brought via ambulance to the hospital. I was in the ER for many, many hours, and finally, around 10, was brought up to a private room in the oncology floor 3 of Memorial Hospital West. They have me under fluids, and they've given me anticoagulation medication, and you're going to try to investigate the reason for the syncope and why I fainted. All right, thanks. Good morning. Today is August 16th, 2022, and it's the day where I will take my second cycle of chemotherapy. Last cycle was really, really hard on me. So gratefully, this cycle I've been given steroids to take a day before, to take the day of, which I took this morning, and to take tomorrow. I am also going to be getting intravenously much more and different pre-meds for nausea and vomiting and diarrhea. I'm also going to be getting a smaller dosage by 25% of the different drugs, especially oxyplatin and Folfox 5. I can never say that one right, but those are the two stronger ones, and my body really had a hard time adjusting it the first time. So I'm praying that with the smaller dosage and the pre-meds and the steroids that I'll fare much better. No hospitalizations this cycle. So far today I'm feeling strong. It's the last day. It's been 2 weeks since my first cycle, so I'm feeling strong. I'm almost feeling like back to before, and I know that that's going to change for this week. I don't plan to eat much this week coming up. That's why I pigged out last week when I was able. So that's where we are, and here's my doggy. He's my best friend throughout this. August 16th, sometime in the afternoon, I'm in my second cycle. And so far so good with pre-meds, with Ativan, which is anti-anxiety medication that's going to help me relax, and 25% dosage of that strong chemo. So far so good. And my son, he's there with me on the second cycle. Peace. Hello. So I just finished the first part of my 4th chemo. It looks like I'm halfway there. I'm gonna have 4 more to go. And Gigi, my wonderful best friend, came with me and made it so the time flew. I really appreciate it. This time I am starting to feel nausea and getting weak sooner than normal. Usually on the first day of chemo by 7 p.m. I start feeling sick. And I wanted to say I started feeling sick around 4. So it's a cumulative effect is adding up, but I'm grateful. Thank you. And today is September 13th, 2022. Today is September 20th, 2022. I've completed 4 cycles of Folfox. I've been working all day, solving customer problems. I'm working from bed and I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I don't feel well. I don't know if I can take 4 more of these than radiation. I don't know if my body can take this. The only reason I work is I have to pay my mortgage. If my mortgage was paid for, I would work for something just for insurance. But then there's another problem. Insurance, I need it. It's so expensive to treat me. It's tough. My hands are black. They've turned black. My tongue has turned black. My skin. I try to be positive. I'm normally positive, but sometimes it's just so hard when you're not feeling well. Good morning. This is October 26th, 2022. I am currently on my 7th TNT chemo treatment. November 8th, which is voting day, will be my 8th and last, God willing. This phase of the TNT chemo treatment has been the most difficult. My first round and my 6th round were the worst. First round, I had to be hospitalized, and 6th round, they had to lower my dosages. So I was sick at the hospital, and then that week after, I was just lethargic, zero energy, even with steroids. The Saturday after the Saturday of the 6th infusion, I was in bed, and I really didn't know if I was going to be able to make it. I had no energy whatsoever. This one, the 7th, with a lower oxyplatin and lower irokatiki, whatever that's called, it was much more tolerable. And I've been taking my medications on the clock to try to, get in front of any bad feelings and sickness and illness. I'm nauseous now, but it's bearable. So next November 8th, at least halfway through my treatment will be done. I'll get to ring the chemo bell. And then after a few weeks, I will start my radiation treatment, which is scheduled so far for 25, Monday through Friday, nonstop, every afternoon, radiation with chemo pill. But they say that should be slightly less drastic and toxic as what I've been going through with the chemo here, infusions. So that's an update. Throughout this whole time, I've gotten, gifts, desserts, well thoughts, prayers from family and friends, some that I haven't heard from years. That has all helped. I have had bouts of depression and anxiety, but thanks to family and support and love and prayers, I've been able to overcome those. So this is my journey, and hopefully at the end of this journey, there'll be no evidence of disease. Today is November 1st, 2022. I've completed 7 chemo infusion therapies. I have the 8th on November 8th, which is a week from today. I am feeling bloated. I am feeling like I have this mucus inside my body. Earlier today, I vomited like a bucket of mucus. I have very little energy. I'm unable to be standing. I'm gassy for a long period of time. So I have to either lay down or sit. I don't look like myself. I'm bloated. I have dark patches. Right now my eyes look a little better because I wore a little bit of concealer, because today happens to be my son's 27th birthday, and my best friend made a cake for him, and I got to be in a car ride. My son drove my car to get the cake. So I wore a little bit of concealer, but I have dark circles, black in my tongue. My nails, my toenails have black growing on them. And I just feel bad. It's just don't feel well. So I'm looking forward. And then mentally I get depressed and anxious, and looking forward to the next one. Not the actual week that I'm beyond it, because it just, what it does to my body, I hope my body can take it. I hope my body will survive it. But once it's over, then at least the chemo's over, and then I start the radiation phase. I have a couple weeks off, and then I have an MRI scheduled, and I'm going to be doing radiation. And even though that's a different type of pain and a different type of issue, it'll be easier than the TNT chemo infusion that I've been in. So this has been my journey, and today I got a friend texted me to let me know that she got results from colonoscopy. 5 polyps were removed, 2 were precancerous. So many people that I know that won't have colon cancer because I urged them to get a colonoscopy. If that isn't a gift, I don't know what is. So I have to hang on to that. And my kids, who I adore, and my family, and my way of life. So I'm grateful that stage 2, there's so many people with stage 4 with multiple surgeries and multiple chemos. So even though I have it really bad, it could have been worse, and I'm grateful.
5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You gotta take pictures with the sign. I watched treatment.
Oh, that's great. Can you see that?
Yes. All right, I'm gonna stop recording.
Today is December 22nd, 2022. I started my cancer journey June 27th, 2022. Since then, I've finished 8 rounds of chemotherapy infusions, 4 drugs being put into me intravenously for 4 days every other week. And I've just started my radiation with chemotherapy pills. I take 7 chemotherapy pills every day, 4 in the morning, 3 in the evening, and I have radiation every day, Monday through Friday. This will be my norm until January 26th. Today is Tuesday, March 21st, and I had my colon resection surgery yesterday, and temporary ileostomy bag, and it was major surgery. Since then, I've had some challenges. I've overcome them, and I've had very heavy pain medication, and I've slept a lot, but I've survived so far. Que la cosa está muy corta. Today is March 27th, 7 days since I've been admitted at the hospital after my surgery. I can tell you that I feel good today. My pain is under control. They have a good pain management program that I'm following, which is helping me. I can tell you that they're putting me back on regular diet. My vomiting has stopped so that hopefully I can, have a good output on my ostomy bag. And then once that happens, I can be released home. So I thought I'll be home today, but I am hopeful that hopefully tomorrow I can be out of here. It's been a journey, but I'm so grateful for my mom, my husband, my kids. I'm so grateful for the doctors. I'm so grateful for just my spirit guides and my guardian angels for walking me through this. I'm grateful. Today is April 5th. And I'm about 15 or 16 days post-surgery. During my surgery on March 20th, their surgery in itself went well. They removed part of my sigmoid colon, and they created an ileostomy loop. When I was in recovery post-op, I had difficulty breathing. They found there was a mucus plug. It seems that maybe anesthesia causes me to get this mucus plug. Then I'm taken to my room, and for 2-3 days, my catheter for urine is not collecting. My Foley is not collecting any urine. It seems that my bladder was asleep, didn't wake up after surgery. But eventually it did, and eventually the catheter was removed, and I'm going to the bathroom normally. Then I developed an ileus, because every time I was eating anything, even small amounts, I was vomiting heavy amounts. After trial and error of vomiting every 2 days after I ate anything, they did a CT scan and found that there was a small obstruction right before the ostomy. So for the next few weeks, I've been told that I need to eat liquids and soft foods. Basically just ensure Jello, pudding, water, Pedialyte, and that type of thing. I have very little energy. It's not easy dealing with an ostomy bag. I don't love it. And I don't have an appointment with my surgeon until April 17th. I have a call into them to find out if I can graduate a little bit to maybe mashed potatoes so that I can get some nutrients, other nutrients, maybe more protein. And we'll see how it goes, but it's very scary. Today is April 29th. On Thursday, April 27th, 2 days ago, I had my reversal surgery, so the ileostomy bag that I had in my stomach was removed. Now, all procedures relating to cancer are over. The cancer chapter is over, except for now, it's going to be a year for me to be 100% normal again. But with every week, I'm going to get better and better. Right now, I feel a lot of pain in my anus, a lot of pain in my stomach, frequent bathroom trips. Getting a sharp pain right now. But that the worst is behind me. And I've survived cancer. I'm cancer-free. And I'm so grateful for my family, for my team of doctors, for all the friends and family that have prayed. I'm a woman of strong faith, and God came through for me. Thank you.